More progress on the Heathkit IM-5284. Alright, I am back once more. As you can see, I have the big light out. It makes a little bit of a difference. You can see the LED is in. It is lit. That is about the brightness it will be. There's a 270 ohm resistor in line with it. I think that should be fine. Like I said, this just indicates that the device has power. In other words, it's not on. You can see it's still in the off position. I can turn it on, and you'll see it moves the needle. It's on now. It's always powered basically. Whenever the switch is thrown on the, in other words, if I turn it off, that would go off. Now, it didn't go off because I've got it plugged into the main power, but that's what would happen if I turned off the power to the bench. If it was plugged in the right spot, but it's not. Like I said, it's just, that's where it will be plugged in though, once I get it up to where it goes. So, I just wanted to show you that that's about how bright. Let me take it in an angle, see if you can notice much of a difference. Yeah, there's quite a bit of a difference there. But I'm going to be looking straight on the way it's going to be set up. So that's what my view will be of it. So that should be good, I think. It fit perfectly. I bought those little mounting bezel mounts things that I bought. I stuck one of those in there and it fits perfect. So that's good. I decided on green because, you know, everybody uses red. So I thought, well, I'll use green for change. So that's what I did. Well, like I said, I think Bob figured out around 14 milliamps. That's what they're running at. Now these are some of the used ones I had laying around. You may recall that I harvested from a board that George, the Shade 3 Fix-It Man, sent me. Excuse me. Still getting over that. But anyway, those are, I thought about an orange, but I don't know. I kind of did orange with the Pioneer, and I just thought I'd try the green for a change. Something different. Definitely shows you that it's on, you know, so I think it'll work pretty good. So we're going to go from there. Now, next thing I'm going to do is take and wire it in permanently. It's just in with clip leads right now. And I'll wire it in permanently to the back jack there where the power, what do you call it, comes in. And once I do that, then I can close this all up. Well, I think I will tidy up the wiring a little bit and make sure that's all down like it's supposed to be and ready to go. And I still need to find a couple more screws like this that hold it together. I want them, at least 4 of them in there. It takes 5, but I'd settle for 4. So, alright, I'm going to get off here. May bring you back and show you the finished product, especially if I get it up there on the shelf. Now, again, there is where I plan on putting it. Now, you can see the clock, and it's 2:01. The fluke will be moved, the clock will be moved, and anything that sits there will be moved. Now this is fairly wide, so it's gonna, the shelf is not too narrow, so I think it will work out. But I'll go ahead and move all the stuff off the shelf, get this centered exactly like I want it, get the little Velcro strips down like I want those, and get it all mounted, and then make sure everything's plugged in and ready to go. And once I do that, then that will be ready to use. So that'll be good. So that's a look at that. Let me bring you back when I have it finished, and we'll see how it looks. Alright, we have one more little peek at it before I put the top on. I've got this secured to the top of that circuit board. It shouldn't touch anything else, no matter how much it's jostled, I wouldn't think. And if it does, it's not a big deal. Wasn't that expensive. But like I said, that's what it's going to look like right there. And I've got the LED wired in. which you can see over here. And I think it's fairly well done. It, like I said, everything is in like it's supposed to be. I'm going to test it one more time, make sure it still works. And yes, it does. Pretty well see that, I think. So that's working. And like I said, as soon as power is removed, it goes off. So that's good. I like it. Next thing to do is put the top back on, find some screws for it, and then we'll put it back up on the shelf and we'll see what you think about that. Alright, back once more. It's all back together now, you can see. It is, found 3 more screws that were about as perfect as you can want in there. They fit perfectly. So I have 5 screws in it now, and it's ready to set up on the shelf. Next step is to clean that off and go from there. We'll see how that goes. Alright, there's a preliminary look at it, what it may be. I have not decided yet. That I've got this out just a little bit past where it, but like I said, that's where it goes. It wants to stay there. You know what I'm saying? It's hooked in there. And I like it like that. And I'm going to take it out and attach it permanently, not permanently, but Velcroed to the top of the Heathkit IM-5284. And then I'll work on the final placement down here, getting the other Velcros. There's 2 more Velcros there that I want to put on. I may put 4, I don't know. We'll see. But I think that's going to work out pretty darn good, actually. I believe that's going to be nice. Now the, I don't know if you can't hardly see it from here, but there's the handle for this. It will have to come up, and then once I put the plug in the back of the fluke, it'll just sort of rest on top of that because it won't go, there's not enough room to get it up to the next click. And of course it won't go down either, so that's what that's going to have to do. I could probably take that off. In fact, I know I can, but I think I'd just leave it on there and do that. I think it'd be a better solution to it. It's there that way if I ever do decide to change it around. But I think that's going to work out pretty darn good. You can go back a little bit further here and see what it looks like from way back. You can see I've got a pretty clear line on all of the meters that I need to see. And the only thing is this here sticks out a little bit. It really doesn't from where I sit. It doesn't interfere, and it's easy to get in and out. I mean, it still goes in and out just fine. So now the only thing I'm thinking about is the T4 here. I'm not really sure what I want to do with that. I've been playing with the idea in my head of building Bob's signal tracer and not retiring the T4, but relegating it to the I'm not really sure how you put it, specialized equipment maybe. And once I do that, that way, you know, it would be available to use if I needed it, but it's not sitting here on the bench. So, and I don't really need the signal tracer right at that spot either. So, you know, the problem that I have with the whole thing is my scope takes up way too much room, but it is what it is, and I don't think I'm going to change that bottom shelf any, because there's not really a lot more you can put down there with the soldering station and the variac there like that. So actually I kind of like that. Of course all this clutter's got to go. This is just stuff that ends up there. I don't know how it does, but it does. And you guys all know how it is if you got a workbench. But that's the preliminary plan right there. And I can reach all the controls, no problem. I don't really need the ohms adjust, but I can reach it if I need to. Zero adjust, I can reach that. Function switch, you know, switch that any way I want to. No problem. And of course the range is the same thing. No problem. And I think it's going to be nice and stable there once I get it in. Now I am thinking about one more change that I have not mentioned yet. And that's these leads for the Heathkit. Now, they're very stiff. They've been in that back of that compartment there on the Heathkit, all cramped up. I've been trying to leave them stretched out, but they just want to hang that way. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to stretch out, and they're stiff. So I'm thinking about trying to find some flexible silicone wire, something like that. Not silicone wire, but silicone insulation wire for test leads, and just put new ends on it and go from there. I think I may do that, unless I can come up with a better way of you know, I have thought about putting these in some hot water, letting them sit. You know, well, you know, that's just something I'm thinking about down the road. I want to get this done first, but I like the way that sits. I like everything about it. It's very clear. It's a good meter. I mean, as far as, you know, easy to read, and I think it will work out really nice for the purpose I want it for, obviously. And of course, my multimeter above that is just as easy to get there. I mean, you know, not no different really. So anywho, that's going to do that. I think I'm going to close this out here before I finish it up, because I think I've got enough to do that. And I've got other things I need to do today too, you know, besides not having fun while I was sick. I didn't do things that I need to do while I was sick. So I have to catch up on some work like that, laundry and things, you know, that have to be done as well. And and I don't want to wear myself out either. You know, you get a little weak being sick like that for a while, and it takes a little while to build your strength back up. So I've just been sitting in here taking it easy. Really haven't been doing much of anything hard. So that's the way that goes. Now, like I said, I got to figure out how to plug all that in. I know I've got some spaces over there on the side to plug it in, and I just got to figure out if one of those wall warts will fit in one of those areas, and I'm hoping it will, because that'll make everything a lot easier. And like I say, next step is putting some Velcro on. I've got the Velcro from the fluke that was there, you know, while it was sitting there, and I think I can reuse those. Those things are pretty good. They stick, of course, to each other. Then they have a sticky back to them, so they stick down. Once they're stuck down on whatever they stick to, they pretty much stay there. First thing I'm going to do is, once I clean this off, or once I take the stuff back off, is clean that shelf off, get the dust off, because they stick a lot better with the dust off, obviously. So, alright, I think I'm going to order some more of those too. I don't know if I'm about out or not, but those things are the handiest things. I don't even know, I don't even see them now. Oh, here they are up here, I think. No, I don't see them there either. Well, they're here somewhere. I know they are somewhere. So anyway, like I say, I'm going to get that done, and we'll get back to work doing some other stuff. So you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see ya.